Hey YouTube, I'm Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna film a shop my stash video. What that means is I'm gonna go through all of my makeup and pick out some products that I haven't used in so long, and we're gonna play with them all today. We're just gonna do something fun with my makeup. I'm feeling something a little bit bright, a little bit colorful, so I'm excited for today's video. If you guys want to see me shop my stash and create this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I do have a certain look in mind that I want to do today. So I know for sure I want to use this guy right here. I bought these last summer and I never really had a brush to apply them properly. And I did end up getting the brush, but you can see I haven't even opened it or used it since I got the brush. So I for sure want to use that. And then I was thinking I would use this too, this Glossier Play Glitter Jolie. This brand doesn't exist anymore. I love this product so much. It's just so much fun and I'm worried it's going to dry out on me in there. So I want to get a few more uses out of this. I was also thinking I would use this eyeshadow palette, my Resi palette. I haven't used this in ages in a video or in real life. So we're gonna play with this a little bit today. For my foundation, I was thinking about using this guy right here, this Latent YSL foundation. Sorry about the focusing, my camera's being weird. But I think it might be bad. Let me check it. Might be okay actually. It's not a weird texture or smell or anything. So let's use this one, the Latent foundation from YSL. I have a little bit of a tan right now, so I feel like I can finally wear this again. It's normally a little bit too dark for me. I've been trying to use up my Dior bronzer, so I haven't used my Charlotte Tilbury one in ages. So let's use this. Not to mention that I haven't been using powder bronzer. I've been using cream for so long. So let's do powder bronzer today. We'll use that guy. What else can I use? Oh, this guy I haven't used in ages. This is the Glowgasm palette from Charlotte Tilbury. How stinking beautiful is that? And here you got 3 highlighters and a bronzer. You can see I pretty much used up the whole bronzer shade, but I've got those 3 highlighters that I haven't dipped into forever. So let's use those today. If she still has this on her website, I'll link it down below. This palette was just stunning, some of her best work. What else? I want to make sure I use my Becca under eye corrector because I never really got in the habit of using this, but I did decide that I liked it in the end, but I just have been out of the habit of using it. So let's use that. And let's use this guy too to brighten up, the Bare Minerals concealer. For blush, maybe we'll choose a blush later on after I have my eyeshadow done and I choose a lip. Yeah, so let's start with that and then we'll choose some more products as we go. Okay guys, so my skincare is already done. I'm gonna start off with my eye makeup. And I'm just gonna take my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer and prep my eyelids. I recently watched this video from Shaanxo, who's my favorite YouTuber, and I thought this look was really simple, but it looked really cute, and it was something fun and different. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna be using for my inspo today. Although I'm not trying to recreate it exactly, I'm just gonna kind of use it for inspiration. I'm just gonna take some of this face powder here. This is a Charlotte Tilbury powder in shade number 2, and I'm just gonna set my eyelids with that. I'm looking for just a little bit of coverage on my eyes. So that primer unfortunately is not tinted, so this is my way of kind of trying to imitate a tinted primer, which is just using that clear primer and then setting it with the face powder. I don't have any eyeshadows that are super similar to my skin tone, or nothing nearby here anyways, so this will have to do. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is take my Anastasia Resi palette. I haven't used this in so long. Isn't this packaging just so fun? There's lots of really cute, fun colors in here, and I'm gonna take this blue right here, Leo, and I'm starting with my eyes first because I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell. Let me try and zoom that in. Can you see how much powder kicks up in the pan when you press into it? Because it's just like a pressed pigment more than an eyeshadow. So there's gonna be a ton of fallout. I'm just gonna draw a little big wing with this. And I got so much fallout, so I'm just gonna clean that up as well. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with this Suva Beauty Hydra Fix liner. This is like a water activated paint almost. Isn't that color incredible? So when I first bought these last year, I did a video. If you guys wanna check it out, I'll link it across the top here and I'll put a link in the description box down below. Oh, there's 2 brushes in here. That's cool. So like a travel size one and a full size one. I'll put one in my makeup kit. I didn't really have the proper brush to apply it properly. I tried a couple different ones and struggled with it. I then purchased the brush that I needed from the Suva Beauty website, but I never got around to actually trying the product again. So we're gonna do that today. The brush that I got is the 620. It's got a super, super fine little tip on it. It's quite long. Definitely not something I'm used to working with. I just have this little bowl of water right here. And I'm gonna just dip into it and get some water into here and just kind of boop, 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 spin it around until we get a nice consistency. Okay, so I've got it on my brush and I want to just do literally like the easiest little graphic liner job. And I'm just gonna kind of go for it. These are actually neon and they glow in the dark too, which is so cool. I literally cannot wait to go to like a club or a party or something and wear this product. All right, now the hard part. Let's try to match it on the other side. For anybody who's new to my channel, this is definitely not my normal style of makeup. I do very like natural glam. It is fun to kind of experiment and play a bit every once in a while. Okay, so I just tried to do a second coat over here. I don't know why, and I made it look worse. Yep, I need a Q-tip. Okay, that was a success. It was so much easier to use this little brush than it was trying to use my other brushes in the past, so I'm really happy with that. Next up, I'm gonna take my little glitter jolie from Glossier Play. This brand no longer exists, sadly. Their Instagram is still up, I noticed, but you can't shop their products anymore. And yeah, as I feared, it's definitely starting to grow out. Dry out. I've had this product for quite some time, so I'm just gonna take my finger in here. It's got these big chunky glitters in it, and I'm gonna go from like the inner corner of my eye here until about halfway across and just kind of fill in that space. Fun. Okay, I hope that shows up on camera as like cool it is here, and it's reflecting the blue and the pink from the colors on the eye. It's so much fun. Covered in glitter. I love this product. Once it like completely dries up on me, I'm gonna be so sad. I'll have to do some searching on the internet and see if anything else like this exists out there, because this is just me in a makeup product, to be honest. Okay, so even though I have that blue liner on there, I want to really anchor it and just add a little bit more depth to the look. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of black gel liner. This is the Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black. So I still want that blue liner to kind of pop through from underneath. So I'm gonna try and keep this black liner a little bit thinner. So I'm gonna just throw on a quick coat of mascara. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk mascara. I have not worn eyelashes, like false lashes, in at least a month, maybe even more. It's crazy because I used to put them on every single day for work. And if I did my makeup and didn't put them on, it always felt kind of unfinished. But these days I've just been really loving the no false lash look. And also, like, everything is so casual. If I'm seeing people, then I'm only putting makeup on like half the time. And if I am, it's like super natural and lightweight. So there just isn't really a time and place for lashes these days. But even in my videos, when I've been doing more glam looks in my videos, I've just really been into just plain mascara. But I feel like this look will be greatly enhanced by a pair of lashes. So I'm gonna throw on this mascara, pop on a pair of falsies. I'm just gonna use a pair that I've used before that are just sitting here. I don't even know what brand they are or anything. I'm gonna throw those on and then I will be back. Okay guys, so lashes are on. Considering how long it's been since I've put them on, they went on fairly easily, which is nice. I don't know what I want to do on the lower lash line yet, so I'm just gonna leave that for now. And let's move over to skin. And for foundation today, I'm gonna use this little YSL guide. This is the YSL Le Tint Fusion Ink Foundation. I have this in BD30. And usually it's too dark for me in the winter, but because I've gotten a little bit of color over the last couple of weeks, I think we're gonna be able to make it work. I like this foundation. It's nice. It goes on really lightweight and it has sort of a satiny finish to it. It's really unique. I've never used another foundation like it. The one thing I do not like about it is how badly it settles into my fine lines. So like my smile lines get so bad. So I just try to avoid even putting any product there when I use it. And I just make sure to kind of check up on them throughout the day and make sure nothing's collecting there. I have not sat here and filmed a makeup video with my lights and this camera and done like a formal video like this in like over 2 weeks now, because my eye was bothering me. I was having pain in my eye and I just did not want to put any makeup on it until that had resolved itself. And so yeah, I just like wasn't filming these videos, and I had planned to film it today and I had to kind of really talk myself into doing it. I guess just feeling a little bit lazy, but now that I'm here, it feels good to be back. Here we go. So I'd say that's about a medium coverage with just one light layer. I'm gonna build up the coverage a little bit over here. I had a pretty bad acne breakout. It was the first one I've had since I started taking Balance, the Alani Nu supplement, 2 months ago. So yeah, I did have a pretty bad breakout a couple of weeks ago, but it's totally clearing up now, thankfully. So I'm just gonna build up the coverage a little bit in the areas where there's still some signs of that. And even building it up, I'd say that's still a medium coverage. So it's definitely a light to medium coverage foundation. Nice finish though, different for me. I usually go for super glowy foundations. So yeah, it's just a little bit different, but it's nice to do something different every once in a while. For my under eyes, let's start with my Becca color corrector. I almost forgot about it again. I literally was just about to say, let's start with concealer. No, I'm trying to use this guy. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of the center here. That's too much. You don't want to use too much of it because it will crease, especially when you put another cream product over top, like your creamy concealer. And then over top of that, I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced. Oh my god, I'm struggling. Over top of that, I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I have just fallen back in love with this again recently. It's just so good, and yeah, I need to use it up because I've had it for so long. It's so big, you get so much product in here. 15 mil, that's half a foundation. Like, just for reference, this Hourglass concealer is 6 mil, and this is more expensive. This is such a good product. I also did my hair today, you guys. I haven't done my hair in so long just because I've been trying not to use heat on it. It's very damaged. Signs are looking good, like lockdown wise here in Ontario. that at some point within the next month, hopefully salons will be able to open back up again. I'm like, okay, I can start using heat on my hair again because hopefully within like the next month I'll be able to get it done. I need to cut off so much from the bottom. Like my ends, you can see there, are just so fried. So I definitely used too much concealer under here. I was too busy hyping it up and not paying attention to what I was doing. So I'm just really blending it out super well, pushing it in. And then I'm gonna set it really well under my eyes to try and prevent that from creasing too much. To set, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder in shade number 1. I've had a couple questions about this brush recently. This is the Sigma F35. I'll link it in the down bar. It's been my under eye setting brush for, God, like 6 years, like this same one. The barrel just finally came off the other day for the first time. I just need to glue it back on with some eyelash glue. That's how I usually fix that issue. But yeah, it's been really, really great for me. And I just find it to be like the perfect little under eye setting brush. It never sheds, like it hasn't shed on me in all of that time. Okay, and then because the rest of that foundation is very matte already, I'm just gonna take a super, super light amount of powder and just dust that over my nose and my upper lip because if I do get sweaty, it'll be there and it'll be nice to have that little bit of extra powder. But yeah, everything else is pretty matte and set on its own, so I don't need any more than that. I was thinking I would use this, but I feel like there's too much product under my eye and I don't want to add more. Just don't want to make it too crazy, so I'm gonna skip the Bare Minerals concealer. Let's bronze so that I can get my eyebrows on. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. I haven't used this in so long, I'm excited. I have been mostly using cream bronzers recently, and if I have been using powder, I've been using that other Dior one that I showed you guys before because I've been trying to use it up. I have mine in shade number 2. So just gonna warm up my temples and my cheekbones with this. I'm gonna bring it under my jaw and down my neck, and then just gonna rub a little bit on the sides of my nose as well. For my brows, I'm really tempted to just run a tinted brow gel through them. That's how I've been doing my brows like every day. But just for the sake of the video and shopping my stash, let me pull out my Glossier Brow Flick. I do really like this, but yeah, I just don't really fill my brows in these days, so I haven't been using it. So let me just add a few little strokes of this. When you're using a product like this, a pen, to draw in individual hair-like strokes, it's nice to just brush through your brows first and kind of get them into the position that you want them to be in so that you know where you have to draw in your brow hairs. There we go. I think that looks so good, like especially on the camera. I love that. Now I'm gonna go in with my tinted brow gel. So this is also from Glossier. This is the Boy Brow. Both of these are in the color brown. Ooh, I really like the way that those look. Okay, great, fun. I feel like I should do my lower lash line, but I don't really know what I want to do to it. Let's start with some white in my waterline. If you guys saw my favorites video, you'll have seen that I've been really enjoying doing this lately. And I can't decide if I want to add a little bit more of that blue to my lower lash line or if I should just do like a neutral brown kind of color. Maybe I'll just take a little bit of my bronzer. So I've got my little pencil brush here. I'm gonna just take a little bit of my bronzer color and run that underneath just for some definition and a little bit of a shadow. Should I add some blue too? I don't know. I think the blue will make too much of a mess, so I'll probably just stick with this. And then just to finish off the eyes, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more mascara just on my lower lashes. Okay, eyes are done. Let me do a little bit of highlighting. So I've got this Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm palette here, and I'm gonna mix the pink in here with this white color and go in with that. They have sort of golden undertones to them. I haven't used this in so long. I just loved the packaging so much. Like, it's so beautiful. This bronzer was really nice too. You can see I really enjoyed it. And then I'll just add a little bit more highlighter to some other areas of my face. Like so. Really natural, nice and subtle. Okay, what do we think for lip? Like, what lip color goes with this look? It definitely can't have too much color to it. So I'm thinking nude. Let's start with a nude lip liner. This is Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury. It needed a sharpen, but my sharpener was not in my direct view, so rather than look for one, we'll just deal with it. Okay, so I ended up mostly filling in my lips with that, and then I want to go in with like a nice light nude color. I'm thinking maybe this one, Pure Zen from MAC. I just used this in a video recently, but I'm trying to use some of my lipsticks that aren't Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, because I feel like when I choose a lipstick, it's almost always CT. I also kind of want to use as much of this up as I can. It's so like gross and broken in the bullet here, and it's not going to last much longer, so try and get as much use out of it as I can. And I want to put on a gloss as well. Maybe my Huda Beauty. This is the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe in the color Angelic. I went through a little love affair with this last year. I bought it years ago, really liked it, stopped using it, and then rediscovered it last year. And I haven't used it in ages again. So I'm gonna keep that kind of mostly to the center. Cute, I really like that. I need blush. And then, are we done? So for blush, because I have so much color on my face, I wanna keep my blush really simple, and I haven't used this one in a really long time. This is First Love from Charlotte Tilbury. You can see how soft it is. It's got a little bit of a peachy vibe to it, which I think will work, even though I have those blue cool tones on my eyes. Should I do something more cool tone on my cheek? Changing my mind. I think I want to do something cool toned. I'm so tempted to use this, my Catherine Isabella cream blush, but I want to use... No! These are like notoriously delicate, and that just hit the ground so hard, guys. Keep your fingers crossed. It's literally a miracle. Thank you. I want to use powder blush because I've been using cream so much lately, so I want to switch it up a bit. And yeah, I feel like I need something with a cool tone, so I'm gonna do Love Glow here, also from Charlotte. Yeah, that looks really good. Good call. I love the highlighter on my nose. I haven't been doing that because I've been using cream highlighter and it doesn't work on the tip of the nose like that. But yeah, that looks so cute. And then something else that I haven't used in ages is this Tatcha Dewy Luminous Skin Mist. Usually my foundations are very dewy. I have a lot of cream products on my face, and this is kind of like too much dew for what I have going on. But because I have this more matte foundation, I feel like I can use a little bit of extra glow. So I'm just gonna set everything with this. You have to hold this so close to your face. The spray is not very strong. Just let that sink in. I feel like my foundation might also be a little bit more matte today because I ran out of magic cream and I've been using this other moisturizer. So maybe I just didn't have like as glowy of a base as usual, which is probably another reason why my foundation feels so matte, but I like it. It's nice for a change. All right, guys, so here is the finished look. So much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm happy to be back filming some fun makeup content for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and film an empties video right now, so if you're into empties and you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it when I upload it coming up after this one. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. That's gonna help more people to see it too. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I will see you in my next video.